Forrester Creations has again broken new ground, melding social consciousness and haute couture. Charlton Heston will MC the show, benefiting the American Film Institute. Yeah, blah, blah. When asked for a preview, an Institute spokesperson said, "It is going to be spectacular, a night full of surprises." Uh-huh, and nobody's going to be more surprised than the Forresters themselves. I've seen to that. Stephanie Forrester and beau Jack Hamilton make quite a splash at the Malibu Marina's winter regatta. Well, enjoy it while you can, Stephanie, because I think your loyal and devoted public is going to leave you high and dry once they get a load of Anthony Armando's designs.
Who are you talking to, Sally?
Oh, Karen, thought you went home.
I've got too much work to do.
Really? That didn't stop you from taking the morning off? You know, I am curious about your priorities these days, Karen. Where are they? Stuck somewhere between the boardroom and the bedroom?
You're a fine one to talk about priorities, Sally. Your vendetta against the Forresters has totally eclipsed our fashion show.
Forget it. I've taken care of it.
Of what?
Of our fashion show. Anthony Armando's collection is going to be introduced as part of the big Forrester Charity Fashion Gala.
What are you talking about? The papers didn't say anything about that.
Well, that's because they don't know about it yet. Nobody does, not even Queen Stephanie.
You pulled another one of your scams, didn't you, Sally?
Scams? Karen, bite your tongue. This is my masterpiece.
Can you imagine how much trouble we're going to be in?
Au contraire, mon poulet. All I am going to do is make Anthony Armando instantly famous.
Infamous, you mean? Sally, we can't do this.
It's done. And you ought to thank me for it, Karen. And once your father sees the kind of profits we're going to make, he ought to thank me, too.
And what about Macy? Is she going to want to thank you?
Macy?
Have you thought about what this might do to her? You see, her marriage is already on shaky ground, so what happens when Thorne sees what you've done? Your little vendetta now against the Forresters might be the final blow to their marriage. Or have you even thought about that at all?
Are you sure I can't get you something to eat? Maria made fajitas for you.
No. Positive. This is perfect. Thanks, Mom.
Have you seen Macy?
No.
Avoiding her isn't going to solve any
Look,
problems.
I came here to relax. I'd like to do that. How are you and Jack doing?
Fine. We had a great time this evening, as a matter of fact.
Well, isn't it nice to know that somebody in this family can have a decent relationship?
Well, it isn't as though we didn't have a couple of obstacles to overcome.
Well, I'm sure the two of you could give the rest of us some lessons. How is Ridge doing?
Actually, working late with Brooke is putting a strain on his marriage. He and Taylor need all the support that we can give them now.
You know, maybe I should go down there. Are they home yet?
No, they're not. Taylor's flying to Europe tonight.
Did you get in touch with Taylor?
I didn't try.
Well, I could start the dishes if you want some privacy.
I've got to get my head together first.
Is something wrong? Ridge, if it's too personal.
Taylor didn't go to Scotland alone. She's with Warwick.
You're kidding.
Jack saw them get on the plane together. Why didn't she tell me? Why?
Maybe things were kind of hectic and it slipped her mind.
She deliberately didn't want me to know. She didn't tell me.
Well, that doesn't really sound like Taylor.
She hasn't been herself since she started treating this guy. Now I have to wonder if she hasn't taken more than a professional interest in the good doctor. What the hell's going on with her?
Here we are. The Abbey. The best and the only hotel in Elgin. What do you think of my hometown so far?
It's very pastoral. It's just so peaceful, so simple. Is your home far from here?
It's about a mile out of town.
Oh. Well, I'll settle in here and then I'll give you a call a little bit later.
Taylor, I'm not going to my home. I'm staying here.
You're staying at the Abbey?
Taylor, I can't possibly stay at my father's farmhouse.
Why not?
That's what we've come here to find out. Besides, I think it's better if we behave like traveling companions. I don't want anyone to know that you're my therapist.
Jamie Warwick, it is you come to see your Maggie.
Hello, Mrs. Mackenzie.
Oh, don't you hello me. Now, where have you been? 10 years you've been gone. You leave here a young whip and you come back all dressed up and in fancy clothes. Now, who's this?
Oh, I'm Dr. Taylor.
Miss Taylor Hayes. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Maggie Mackenzie.
Oh, hello. Well, you're a healthy-looking lass. We may have seen the likes of you here in ages, have we, Jamie?
Oh, you're still the only beauty in the Abbey, Mrs.
Oh, on with you. Good boy. No, I'll put you in my best room. I thought you might be wanting 2 bedrooms.
Oh, the single's fine for me.
Oh, you're all grown up now, ain't we?
My friend, she'll have the larger suite.
We don't have but the one.
Excuse me?
Well, the local minister's filled up the whole hotel with all his pals from London. But I told him he couldn't have your room. And he started shaking his fist like he was still in Parliament. Politicians, they don't impress me.
You don't have another room?
No, we don't, miss. But this isn't like your usual hotel chamber. No, it's a big one. I mean, big enough for 2. You won't be bumping into one another unless you want to.
Oh, Mrs. Maggie.
No, it's just up the steps, but we haven't got a lift. Come.
Shouldn't have let her go.
She'd made up her mind.
I could have stopped her.
And what would that accomplish?
She'd be here now instead of in Scotland with Warwick.
Ridge, and then the 2 of you would be fighting. This separation is probably the best thing for both of you.
I'd agree if it wasn't for him. She's not thinking about the 2 of us over there, I guarantee that.
You don't know that.
Well, what's he doing with her? Giving her marital advice?
Ridge, calm down.
I can't. I just had the biggest argument ever with Taylor. She hops a plane to a different country with this guy.
I'm sure there's a very simple explanation.
Logan, I know you're trying to be supportive, but look at the facts here. Taylor and I have been working non-stop. We don't talk, we don't eat together. Hell, the other night we didn't even sleep together. She's obsessed with this guy. Now I find out she's off to another country with him. I'd be an idiot not to be suspicious.
You think she's having an affair?
What does it look like to you?
Well, it looks like the both of you are growing apart.
Just didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
How bad is it?
I've been absorbed with this men's line. I haven't spent very much time with her. It was only temporary, though. I thought she could handle that.
Ridge, she's a very strong woman.
Yeah, strong enough to know what she wants. She wants to be appreciated, Logan, and I haven't been doing that. She needed me, and I wasn't there for her. I should have done something to change that.
Ridge, if she's having an affair, and I'm not saying she is, then you're not the one to blame. Marriage is not a fair weather commitment. She should be faithful to you in good times or bad. And if she wants to jump ship when everything gets a little rough, then that's her problem, not yours.
Yes, Karen. As a matter of fact, I've given a great deal of thought as to what our participation in this fashion showing is going to do to Macy and Thorne.
It will destroy their marriage, Sally.
Damn right it will.
You want them to break up?
I want my daughter to have a chance for a decent life. I don't think she can have that with Thorne. As a matter of fact, I think all of us would be a lot better off with that plague of Forresters behind us.
Sally, have you forgotten what happened the last time they separated? Macy needs Thorne.
I don't believe that Thorne Forrester saved my daughter from alcoholism. I believe that he is the reason she started drinking in the first place, because he made her life a misery. I also believe that that's the one thing the Forrester family is good at, ruining other people's lives. Well, not us. Not anymore. I am tired of being stepped on by that whole hideous clan. I am tired of begging for their respect. I'm not begging anymore. This time I'm taking it. The Forresters made a big mistake when they underestimated Spectra fashions. Not only can we compete with them, we are going to compete with them as part of this showing. And this time, I promise you, Karen, this time we are going to win.
Taylor's on her way to Scotland.
What is she doing in Scotland?
It has something to do with the patient.
Wait a minute, not that doctor friend of hers.
Oh, you know about this?
Ridge filled me in. Geez, I wish I had his confidence. His wife is spending all her time with this mysterious guy. He doesn't even flinch.
Oh, I think he's going to take it a little more seriously now.
What happened?
Apparently, the doctor went to Europe with her.
And Ridge didn't have a problem with that?
Actually, Taylor told him that she was going alone.
She lied?
Her father took her to the airport, and when he turned around to wave goodbye to her at the gate, he saw the doctor get on board the plane with her.
Why would she do something like that?
Let's not jump to any conclusions, all right? I love Taylor, and I'm very concerned about them because they had a terrible argument about this, and they didn't resolve it. He was upset when I, told him the news.
You told him the news?
Well, yes, I thought he had every right to know. I'm waiting for him to come home so we can talk about it.
I think he called you from Brooks. He was supposed to be having dinner there with the kids tonight.
He was at Brooks when I told him about... Oh. That means Brooke knows that Taylor's gone to Europe.
Now, you've got a big sitting room. And the fireplace works, and the telephone. Well, it's almost an antique, but it ain't much for talking on.
It doesn't work.
Well, sometimes it does, sometimes don't. Well, if you need to make a call, I'll handle it. Now, here are your sleeping quarters, his and hers. With big, fluffy feather beds. And the WC is down the hall when you want to wash up.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Mack. You've been very kind.
Thank you. Now, is there anything I can do for you, lassie?
Well, I'd really like it if you could see if you have another room. I'd prefer to have one of my own.
Oh, I wished we had one. But these arrangements around here are very common. Nobody will say anything about it. Now, I'll let you two be.
I really didn't think I could get any more stressed out.
Try and relax, Ridge, okay? There's really nothing you can do about it right now.
I could get on a plane to Scotland. That's what I could do.
And fall behind in your work? I mean, how's that going to relieve your stress?
I don't know, Logan. My wife is thousands of miles away with some other guy. What am I supposed to do, huh? Tell me, what the hell am I supposed to do? Logan, I've been running myself ragged for weeks now. My nerves are completely shot. And now I get this bomb dropped on me.
Well, maybe it's a dud. Ridge, you don't know what's going on over there.
That's what bothers me. God, I sound like I'm nuts, don't I?
No, you're upset. It's understandable.
This wine isn't helping me either. I feel like I'm so cloudy I can't even think this through.
Why don't you lay down for a while?
I better go home.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? Go home and stay there alone? That's all you're going to think about.
No, I've imposed on you enough tonight.
Ridge, it's no imposition. I want to be there for you. I want to help. In any way I can.
Maybe you better just call a cab for me. I'm not in any shape to drive, I think.
I'll be right back.
James, this isn't going to work.
It's the only room in the only hotel in town.
Well, can't you go to your parents' house and just stay there for at least one night?
Oh, that isn't an option here, Taylor. If it makes you happy, I'll sleep outside in the hallway. But quite frankly, I don't understand why you're having a problem with this.
Because it's completely unprofessional. You're my patient.
I'm also your friend.
But Ridge doesn't know that we're here together. What do you think he'll say when he finds out that we're staying in the same hotel, sharing a room?
It's completely innocent.
But, James, we didn't exactly part on the best of terms. He's liable to read something into this.
He's a rational man. You can explain it to him, surely.
Fine, then I'll explain it right now.
Now? It's the middle of the night in Los Angeles.
If we're going to share a room like this, then I need to tell him what's going on.
Oh. You need his permission.
No, but I feel that he deserves to be told. By me. Ridge and I have always been honest with each other.
In this case, being honest could make things worse. You do know that. So, we are going to share this room?
I guess we have to.
I'll be waiting for you downstairs.
Thank you, James. Maggie? Hi, this is Taylor. Yes, could you call my home number in LA, please? Thank you. Oh, Ridge, I hope you believe this. You better believe this. You've got to. When did we stop trusting each other? What happened? He's not there. It's awfully late, Ridge. Where are you? Well, you would have taken your work home. You wouldn't stay at the office. Where could you be? Oh, no. No, you wouldn't be there. Not at this hour. Could you? Maggie, it's Taylor. Could you please dial another number for me?
Ridge, I called you a cab. Ridge? Oh, you poor baby. What has she done to you? You don't deserve to be treated like this. You deserve much better. Hello?
Brooke, did I wake you?
Who is this?
It's Taylor. I think we have a bad connection or something.
What can I do for you?
Well, I tried to call Rich at home, and I can't find him, and I'm getting just a little bit worried. Have you seen him tonight?
No, I haven't seen him since I left work.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry I bothered you.
No, it's no bother. When I see him tomorrow, I will tell him that you're looking for him. Do you want me to give him a message?
No. Thank you, Brooke. Goodbye.
If you want, Taylor, I could kiss him goodnight for you.